Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to attempt winning the challenge with only randoms. Or at least, I'm going to try. Watch until the end to find out. Hopping into the first match, we got Gem Grab with the map Undermine. I don't know if they teamed up, but that looks like a bounty comp to me. So far so good, I'm pushing back the Piper. I saw the Brock was respawning, so I just ran back. So far they weren't really doing that much pressure, although I want to keep my distance because I do not want to lose. If you are enjoying this video, check out my other videos, and if you enjoyed them, please subscribe. I currently have 59 subs, and just a reminder, if I get 100 subs, I will reveal a scar that I got during surgery. This first match was pretty much underwhelming. They weren't too sweaty. I saw the Piper was spinning a little bit just now. That Brock did kill the Poco, and I was the only one alive 3v1ing. During this time, I thought there's no way I'm going to lose the first match of this challenge. The reward was only a mega box, which doesn't really matter that much, but it's still nice to have. My teammates are here now trying to help out. The Poco did take down the Brock, and then the Poco tries to escape but dies to the Tick. Tick gets the gems and tries to push up a bit, and then ultimately goes back. They currently have 9 gems and I'm carrying 2. I am almost dead. I'm just trying to push them back. Trying to have this little hope that I would win this one. Now for some reason Tick doesn't really push up or anything. And then I tried to use the gadget through the wall, but it didn't work. So right now Tick is basically pinned in that area. The Piper and the Brock are not successfully pushing us back. I got my super and it's big brain time. I super the wall, break it open, kill the Tick and the Brock, and I am running away. Dodging the Piper shot, Poco tanks that one shot. I go back and I kill the Piper. At this point, it's win secured. For some reason that Tick didn't really anticipate my super there, but it works out. So that wraps up the first match. Now on to the next one. Alright, so hopping into the second match, got a Frank, Rosa, and Bo versus me, Carl, and a Mr. P. This looks like a pretty easy comp to go against. The Rosa is the bigger problem. The Frank is not so much because we all outrange him. And the Bo, if we're careful, we can just strafe away from his shots because they're relatively thin. They do have more gems right now and the Mr. P does go down. I got my super but I was pressured by the Frank, so I couldn't really finish off that Rosa. Mr. P respawns and then we both kill that Frank. I used my shadows to go and scout. I supered but I missed. She pops the gadget, slows me down and goes for the kill. I try to get close just so I can get those 3 cards on her and charge my super. I don't really know why we're struggling this hard, but we somehow are. Rosa's still there. I try to scout. I have my super right now and I am trying to go and kill her because she is probably the most threatening one here, and I did successfully kill. Then Carl is struggling against that Frank. I finished him off and Bo is just stuck there. Rosa respawns with Bo trying to go up. Then Rosa did the bad emote. Probably they are randoms. I don't really know what I was doing here, but I just camped there and I didn't want to go to the grass because I don't know if that Rosa was gonna gadget or not. And since I had 72 health, which is lower than 100 damage that Rosa gadget does, I didn't want to risk it and die. Although I did die anyway, so it didn't really matter that much. So yeah, this was pretty impossible. I couldn't get near that Bow enough. I could super that wall, which is what I did to that Tick, but I was too far. Didn't have time and we lost this one. Trying to bounce back from the last match, it was pretty horrible and devastating that I got a loss in the second match ever. Our comps seem solid. We have an Ems and I'm a Tara and then a Sprout. Now I am engaging the Tara in the left side. The Ems trying to help the Sprout out, pushing up. And the Sprout with the overgrowth did finish off that Colette. The whole exchange between me and the other Tara was gadget, kill them, and then repeat. We were getting nowhere. I mean, I had more health and I was trying to push up. Before you complain saying that I should have pushed up, I couldn't see their health because she is 1 in a bush and 2 too high up the screen that I can't see. She was also in this big body of bush and I don't know her playstyle, so she could have just gone aggressive and killed me. The Sprout did assist and killed that Tara. Ems pushed up, I gone there and tried to kill. Ems did finish off. Ems now has super. Tara is just waiting for the super to run out. Colette survives but killed by the Sprout. I used my super, I tried to get both, but the Ems was just out of range. Going into countdown, if one of us dies, the countdown resets. Now the Ems trying to go for that, then backs off because she knows that Ems had the other super. Now the Tara goes, but Tara dies. We survive, kill the other shadow, and now we're just backing off. Then we won this match. Let's go to the next match. So hopping into the fourth match, we got Surge, Mortis, and Pam. We should be able to win this because they had a Mortis and they are just bad against all three of our brawlers. Pam goes down, the Mortis goes for the Colt and did kill. And then Ems pretty low and I killed that Surge. Now the Mortis is just hiding there and Ems is regenning. Then Pam goes, reveals that Ems and killed by the Ems. Surge steps up and easily just melted. Mortis goes up and did chain and killed them. And I also died. This man really just did that. But now he has a gem, so if he goes aggressive and does die, he will throw. I use my shadows to scout and it goes to the Mortis, then I have my super. I tried to get him but I only managed to get the Pam. This Mortis is actually pretty good considering most Mortises are pretty bad. Mortis again with another kill, chaining that super, hitting that Colt. And now I'm just trying to get cover, trying to push them back. That Mortis is somehow actually getting good. I thought this would be an easy win, but no one is going to the right side trying to push him out of there. Now all three of them are in the right side. I tried to super, I did get both of them. And only Mortis survived. He then goes in for some reason even though that he's alone and we had enough damage. Then he throws, he gets angry. I don't know why he is considering he threw by himself. Then now I'm flashing my super saying that come on try, and he immediately dies by all three of us. 10 seconds going down, there's not really much to do. I was just hiding in the grass. The shadow goes and try to help Ems, then goes back to me, goes to Colt. And now Colt would have killed that Surge, but time ran out. Now we won this match and now we're on to Bounty. Hopping straight into Bounty, I got a Dynamite and a Stu as my teammates, and then there was that Edgar that I saw, which worried me because, you know, Edgar is just very good against Tick as well as Dynamite. But he is absolutely horrible against Stu. Dynamite got really brave, goes up and immediately just dies off. Stu didn't snipe and didn't kill. He did get the Tick. And I got the Jessie. I saw them respawning so I just backed off. I did fire some more shots trying to get a kill, but no. Then I used my gadget to shield that Tick head. And now I know both of them are in that grass mid, so I try to go. The Edgar jumps for me and is lagging and got by my attack and my super. Tick tries to retaliate and kill me, but it didn't work. Jessie throws down the super in the middle of the map, really didn't do much. Now I thought that I was gonna kill him by my super and my gadget, but he survived. If I attacked beforehand, I would have exchanged that well. Now we are down with 5 points because I died. The Edgar does go down from Stu's fire. If we do get 3 more stars, we could win this, but it's pretty impossible at this point. Everyone is injured and the Tick was there pressuring all of us. Tick gets 2 kills on my teammates and there's 30 more seconds, so something could happen. Although they're just not that good dealing with Tick's head, nor are they good in general. The Edgar is still going towards me. I'm using my attacks and he jumps over my last hurrah, but I did kill him with my super. Now they are still 9 stars ahead of us, which is an impossible situation with like about 10 seconds worth of time. This really sucks because I wanted to have as much attempts as I can for the last matches. First match in Bounty and I already lost. Well, let's hop into the next one. Now for the second attempt in Bounty, Now this one is a little bit weird because there's a Piper and a Sandy, which are both not really good in this map, I don't think. Now with my 2 losses out of 4, I wasn't thinking straight since I was just losing hope. But hey, I was just trying anyway. I just wanted to try anyway because if you give up, there's no way you're gonna win. We are winning really badly. Now the Piper does kill that dynamite. Now I knew that Daryl was there because I saw from my death cam. I managed to push him out. The Sandy does push up again. The tick is getting pushed back. It seems like the tick was lagging. The tick puts down the super and it got immediately destroyed by the Sandy and the Piper. The tick then does the thumbs down emote even though they are still winning. Daryl rolls into the one-shot Piper. Piper thought fast and supered out. Now the Daryl is stranded in that area and I am still facing a showdown with that other tick. I got my super, I'm trying to put it over there so it directs to the tick instead of the Daryl. I tried to help out. I thought that Daryl was a bit more aggressive, so I just attacked that area instead. For some reason, the Sandy didn't think why I hit that area and just goes up to check bush by his body instead of its attacks. We are winning. There's 40 seconds left. Sandy goes down. I use my gadget, and then Daryl making good use of his steel hoop star power, negating my damage from my tick head. The other tick has super, I don't know why, he just puts it first instead of going near and then throwing it because it got immediately destroyed again. Sandy uses his gadget, somehow he didn't think that he would die being in the middle of a battlefield. I use my gadget so I can survive. There was so much going on in this few seconds. But we do have a whole lot more stars, around 8, which they had to kill both the Piper and one of us. And it didn't happen thankfully, so we won this match. Now I was hoping that I would win, and then I just saw that Edgar at the start of the match and I was going insane. I saw that there was an El Primo too, and a Jesse, which wasn't that great against any of these brawlers except for maybe Bo. They already got the first star, which is a horrible start. Now the Bo is going down with that Jesse trying to pressure up. I saw that Edgar and I was thinking that I cannot make the same mistake. I put on my super, I gadget, he backs off, then my super also dies. Then the Jesse goes down. I try to go immediately back as possible, but it got hit by the bow mine. The Jesse then does a sad emote and I was just trying to bring her morale up because we actually have the lead right now. The Primo was actually smart and not rushing because he knew that if he did, he'd get instantly destroyed. All Primo has to do at this point is just to be my bodyguard against Edgar. All he had to do is just stick by me and go back if he's getting attacked so that he can survive and not feed. Edgar took the bait and supered in, then I gone back and gadgeted. Primo tried to finish him off but it didn't happen. Then the Jesse also finished off the other Jesse. I tried to finish off that Edgar but it didn't happen. I used my gadget trying to go. I then somehow survived all of that. One of my mines then killed off the Jesse. We were actually going good. The Edgar goes in and the Primo just couldn't punch the Edgar out. Now they are all trying to go back in. The Primo needs to regen. The Jesse is trying to heal up her turret. The El Primo was weakened and the Edgar took advantage and killed him. We are somehow still in the league despite all that. The El Primo was lagging and then he did run into the mines. Somehow we got kills and I did go down although we are still winning. I used my tick head because I did not want to get any chances. I go behind the wall since I don't want to weaken the El Primo and prone the Edgar to team wipe us. After that stressful match, I go and have a Spike and Sprout, which is probably not the best for Spike, but Sprout definitely is a very good brawler. Now the Pam goes not to mid, but go to the side after me. Then there was the Mr. P, which I was kind of worried about because he is a counter to pretty much every thrower. I didn't notice that my teammate was back, but I did try to push up anyways. I waited for them to go up so I can pressure. I saw that they were going into that bush, so I attacked that area. Now they're actually separated, so I tried to go for the tick. I used my super in that area so that it goes to my attack and the super in the same time. He survived that, but the Sprout finished off. Then I finished off that Mr. P. Pam is alone in the corner. That super for Mr. P is pretty annoying. The Sprout was struggling to kill that tickhead. I think he got hit anyway and is now regenning. We do have the lead and the blue star, so I wasn't really that worried. Spike tries to help out and we're just pushing back. I tried to target that super because it was so annoying. I know that Pam was there, so I tried to angle it so that she had to go in another way. I put my super there and my attack in the other side so he get knocked into it for more damage. Pam puts down her super and we immediately targeted it. Sprout tries to push the Pam back. Their ticket goes down to Spike's super and weakens the Mr. P. Instead of regenning, that Mr. P just went up thinking that no one was there and got immediately destroyed. I tried to pressure up that Sprout and Pam from going out of that area, and the Sprout was low, so he backed off a little bit. Tick uses his gadget, but it was to no avail. We are still winning with 4 times the amount of stars that they have. I put my super there to make it a weird angle for them to try and hit. They basically had the team wipe us to get the lead, which was pretty impossible. So we secured the victory for Bounty, and now we're moving on to Brawl Ball with Triple Dribble as the map. The pressure's up with 3 matches that I need wins and 2 more attempts before I can drop out. I use Ems in this because I'm pretty sure that she is the best pick in my opinion. She can slow down enemy brawlers, heal up, and push people out of the spawn area. Now Frank pushes up, there's an Edgar there, so he tried to avoid. I used my super and it did slow down that Edgar. I moved out of the way for the Frank to score. An amazing start for this match. After the goal, we respawned and I was getting low, about half health, so I got back. I saw that the Sandy was pushing up, so I tried to push him back. The Edgar supers, the Frank does go down, but I am still alive, as well as the Carl. I tried to push the Sandy back, I didn't know where he was, as well as the Sprout. The Carl didn't notice that he was getting pelted by all of those Sandy attacks. I push up now, considering that Frank should be their main target. But since the Sprout was so far away, he gone to me instead. I got my super, and the Sprout for some reason went backwards, and I finished him off with my attack. I am staying in this bush because I knew that if anything was going to get past me, I'd super and they wouldn't be able to do anything. The Edgar then jukes the Frank into super and goes in for the goal, which did happen. Carl tried to kill him with the super, but ultimately he wasted it. Respawning with my super though, I think I could do something with this. The Edgar just runs into my attacks for some reason and just got immediately so low. Now I'm in this corner, I gadgeted finally and I killed that Edgar. Frank is flashing his super. He some reason supers even though they are clearly out of range. I try to push up and get the ball, but Sprout then blocks the Edgar from going down. Sprout gets the ball in the sandstorm and I was just prepared for that attack. I used my gadget, it blocked the wall. I don't know why, but then the Edgar didn't go for me and just backed off even though he could have finished me off. Edgar goes AFK and gets killed by Frank. The Carl and I are just stuck here and we're just waiting for this to go down. I was prepared, I had my gadget. I go down, then I didn't actually got the gadget off. And we lost that round unfortunately. With each game mode, I lose the first match all the time for some reason. Thankfully, I have a Tara as a teammate. They have an Ems and a Tick for them, but they had 2 mids and no other lane brawlers. The Ems and I are just exchanging with Barley helping out. We were just going in and going out just like how Edgars would fight. Now somehow we managed to push them all into a corner. Tried to use my gadget, but I did it way too early for it to be knocked back. We are in a good position, although Tara is regenning. That Gale for some reason goes in, supers the Tick to kill him off, but it didn't really matter. I was there, I had my super, I killed. I tried to stand in front of Tara, making her pass to me and score, but she then just passes to the Tick and died. I don't understand what people are thinking these days, cause there's no way she thought that she was actually gonna score that one. This is a pretty bad situation because we're pushed back. Gale dies. I saw the tick and I tried to get to the goal and I caught the ball. I got away, I was pretty low and I was thinking about shooting it into the corner, but I just held it anyway and waited. Now since the Gale respawned, we can try to get back control. I was going upwards. I saw the barley was to the left side, so I just went to the right instead. Then the Tara killed that thick head, then another one killed both of those shadows. I pushed up. I saw that the Ems was respawning, so I just backed off. Somehow I was the only one to survive all that. Ems walks into my attack. Gale tries to shoot through the wall and hit the tick. The ball was up there, so I just tried to keep him back. I just tried to delay them even a little bit. Then the tick almost scores, but the Gale catches it. If it weren't for that update where you can't own goal, I would have been absolutely furious. I wanted the Gale to pass to me, but oh well, he just walked up to that area. I don't know what he was doing. He was like trying to juke a shadow or something. I finally used my gadget correctly and I killed that tick head. Then the barley was just running circles around the Gale. I tried to kill him. And there's only 20 seconds until overtime, which is better for us since they have 2 throwers. Barley then supers, damaging the Gale a little bit. He almost died here and I did by the tick. Both the Gale and the Tara were low. Tick uses the tick head. Gale isn't shooting the ball and trying to save himself or anything, he just shot the ball a bit further up. I respawn, I try to help out, and then I use my super directly after overtime hit. Gale respawns and for some reason doesn't go immediately straight forward but actually goes towards the ball and keeps going in that direction. I think he was lagging or something. I passed the ball to him because he definitely had more ammo. He somehow just shoots at the barley for the ball. I don't think he realized, maybe he has a very high lag or something. In any case, the Ems was a bit AFK at there, and I think she's lagging because she wasn't really moving anywhere. Barley gets 2 kills with that super. I tried to use my attack and it did kill the tick head. I supered and I knew that that tick was gonna pass the barley, so I switched over and made him in my super. Then we pushed up. Ems was still struggling with lag. Then finally, Tara supers it in and we win that match. Alright, now starting this match, I immediately saw Poco and Primo. I don't know if they were a team or not. I didn't really pay attention to the logging. I just got double teamed by them and I was just backing off. Mortis finishes off that Jesse, tries to push up a little bit but he ultimately couldn't break through. I tried to push up, try to get some hits, try to get my super because it was very powerful during this match. Mortis goes in, kills off that Poco but couldn't do anything else. Jesse gets the ball and supers it to me for some reason. And again, me being the only one alive right now. I then supered, I got both the Primo and the Poco, but then I died because of Poco's attack. I died because I underestimated Poco's damage in that point because I thought that I could heal it up better than his attack damage. Then pushing up, I knew that Jesse was there. I did thumbs up because we're doing quite well, I guess. Those 2 Jessies are just having a brawl. I was just up there trying to 2v1 out here. Again, me being in the front lines trying to get them all. I tried to hit him, but unfortunately that Poco had the combo and healed him straight up. I got the Primo and the Poco yet again. That Primo, for some reason, thinks that he could do that classic trick where he's just the ball and supers to the ball. Then Mortis, beautiful goal right there. Somehow this Mortis has an intelligence higher than all of these randoms combined. They go angry, they shoot each other, and now they're stuck over there. I have my super, I am chaining all of it. I have my super and I got it again. I wanted to save it because I knew that that Primo and that Jesse was struggling. I wanted to super right here, but then the Primo just misses yet again. He passes it to me, very cool. This Mortis, I just passed it back because I knew that if I create an opening, he would directly just score, not do any trick shots or anything fancy like that. Primo now in the corner, getting to 3v1. Jesse shoots and kills him off. Then I rush the Poco with all of my shots. He immediately dies. Jesse, I think she gave up or is lagging or something. Jesse then thinks it's a good idea to try and hit the goal even though there was another Jesse and an El Primo. Mortis does so good in this. I super passed because I knew that he would directly score. We win that match, and praises to this guy, man. Hopping into this match, we get another Jesse and Primo. At first, I thought that they were the same people, but then I saw the usernames and they were different. Rico at the start of the match goes down, I get the ball, I shoot it up, and I try to hit that Primo, get some shots, and got my super. Then, the Jesse dies through Spike super, Colt finishes off that El Primo. He goes up, not a care in the world, and got the ball. Then, for some reason, just goes into a corner. I have my super up, but that Rico was messing me up with his shots. I then push up, get some hits, and then have my super up. I used my gadget and I did knock him back. He did die. Then the Spike somehow survived for this long. He tried to kill that Jesse, but the super was way too high. He did kill him, but there was no chance that he was gonna get a goal. Colt and I respawn and we try to help him out. I used my attack, then super, then Rico also wastes his super. Jesse then uses that gadget, which is not a good gadget by the way. An amazing start for this match, and now we're respawning 1-0. Then I tried to super in the goal. I tried to be fancy for the video, but it didn't work. Thankfully, there was still 2v2 that Cole was trying to get some shots in, then goes around and try to kill the Primo. Now with all of us 3 dead except for me, I just respawned. I was very scared here because that El Primo, if he just supered and just actually did the same trick with that previous El Primo, where shoot the ball and then super where the ball was, he definitely could have scored. But he didn't, and that worked out for us. A low Rico goes up, immediately dies, passes it back to me. I pass it upwards and get my super. Then I try to pressure that Jesse. I didn't want to use my super because it was only one target. I did use it on this one because it was pretty important, and I did go to Jesse and kill him as well. Basically bullying this El Primo at this point. I knew that we won. Then they passed the ball backwards to the corner. I was basically celebrating that I won this challenge, although it was only for a mega box. But I gone full sweat for the content. The El Primo just desperately tries to break through us, but his range is just not enough. Thankfully the update buffed him a lot, and I'm pretty sure this meta will be an El Primo meta, with Primo stars at the name. I have my super, I knock him back, super again, push him back. It was just 5 seconds left and I definitely won this one. GG, well played. GG for that. So that was pretty much it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed, and please subscribe if you haven't already. It helps me out and it also helps other people see my content. The next video will be a short one and will be uploaded on Sunday. And I will hopefully see you in the next video.